How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to my channel, and let's get right into it. We have now arrived at the next big thing to save your summons for in Watcher of Realms. So quickly, in case you missed it, Destined, Watcher of Realms, my boy Cam, you've seen him on the channel a couple times, but in case you don't know him, I'll have his link in the description. I'll have the link to the video. He had a great video with tons of leaks. You know, the leaker did what the leaker does best. He leaked it on up. I'm not going to talk about all the leaks in the video because I want you guys to go watch it. It's an awesome video. Very proud of him. It's super well edited. It's just badass. The music sounds amazing. However, there's one leak in there that him and I discussed extensively before the video. In the video, he gave it a 95% chance confirmation of happening. I'm happy to throw on the extra 5%, and that is this. We might be getting the best banner ever in Watcher of Realms. I know you've heard me say that before, but this one is sauced to the gills. In case you don't know, obviously you know who the woman on the left is. That is going to be Hattsut. Many people's still #1 pick for best hero in the game, and on the right is my most wanted hero, my favorite hero in the game, even though he hasn't arrived yet, and that is Artemis. This banner is nuts. So if we look historically at the greatest banners we've had in the game, I honestly think I know every banner we've ever had. You know, the first banner ever had Zealatu Salazar, but also Zealous, you know, but still that's an awesome banner. Then of course we had the 2x by 10x with Hortset, with, speak of the devil, with Cetrum, my #1 boy, and of course Azrin, who's cool, but, you know, not the perfect banner. It was a 2x by 10x. Then we can think of the other best banners we've ever had. We had the 2x by 10x with Boreas, Cetrum again, but then Aurum, who's, you know, and then we just had two crazy ones for Valentine's Day. We had Silas Virna, that is badass, and of course, we had Lust on an exclusive banner with another 10x on Arrogance. To me, the best banners we get are the ones where all the rated up heroes are top quality. So I'm talking Virna Silas, I'm talking Lust Arrogance. This one might be a whole new world of quality. We have got Hattsut, who, like I said, many people think is the best hero in the game. Her value only just increased because although a lot of people are doing research, myself included, as to how strong the Boreas nerf, the current version of it that is live on Forerunner and test server, how strong it really is, without a doubt, he has fallen off in the arena. Not to say he's bad, but he's no longer king. Does that allow Hattsut to reclaim her crown, the crown many people would have given her, that she is the best arena hero? I think quite possibly. She's more desirable than ever. Moreover, as the game grows and goes on for longer and longer, I mean, it has been, what, 5 or 6 months since her last banner. I believe 5 months since that 2x by 10x. People have pulled more copies, so the top spenders, the most competitive players, are going to go for that A5 Hattsut, which is one of the most bonkers thing in the game. We'll get into that very shortly. On top of that, Artemis, besides just being a badass, having a million cool abilities, he seems to be, no spoilers, but I have heard through the grapevine that in Gear Raid 4, he is just GOAT tier. So with all that being said, we've got to get hyped for this banner. I think you have to save absolutely everything for it. Let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Alrighty, friends, so I know it might be hard to hear that, you know, we just saved a lot of us for so long when we're all addicted to summoning, addicted to ripping those pulls, yanking on that slot machine lever. It might be hard to hear that it's time to save again because we just were saving for Arrogance and for Lust, and then of course Silas and Virna, but I really do think it is time to save again because we've got Artemis coming, more on him very shortly, and then we've got the Queen Hattsut over here. Hattsut is just so good. At worst, I'd probably put her as the 6th best hero in the game. For me, she's still top 5. I just think for how versatile a hero she is and how truly and immensely dominant in PvP she is, whether it's through early game, progressing through the mid and late game, or trying to dominate in the end game, she's like a superstar hero. Nightmare units are only going to become more meta in a lot of late game and end game stuff now that Lust has arrived. Torador might be coming on a 10x ancient banner, so it's just pretty dang amazing. So we're going to talk the specifics of the banner very shortly, what is coming, and also I have a good sense, not to the decimal, but I do know what the general rates on these two are going to be. But just to give you an overview of Hattsut, I'll just talk you through it. We don't do a skill breakdown. Let's put on that badass cinematic. I mean, she has got probably the single best burst in the game, certainly the best AoE burst in the game. She's very low cost. She's basically an insta-ult once you fully skill her up, which many of you will. If you get her, you absolutely should. She's strictly unique for being a Nightmare marksman. She's the only one in the game. The list of tremendous qualities that she possesses only goes on and on and on. She also has one of the coolest trailers in the game. Let's exit out of that, though, because I do want to talk about one key sticking point. We're all going to want her. I don't have her. You can see she's blacked out, grayed out in my screen. So I want her A0. But for those of you that do have her, those of you that are really competitive, her awakenings are excellent. Very nice, ghastly stealth, so some more invisibility. We can live with it, right? This is crazy, but it's okay. It's not, maybe it isn't crazy. It's not game breaking. You know what is? Her A5. The duration on this burst increased by 1 second. It goes up by 25% in duration, meaning it goes up by 25% in terms of damage. Like I said, it already is the best AoE burst inside the entire game, and it just got better. But first, a word from this video's sponsor, Into the AM. Honestly, I'm super excited and proud to be partnering with this amazing apparel brand. Into the AM is a premium clothing company wholly focused on the marriage between style, self-expression, and comfort. Their t-shirts in particular highlight their commitment to offering high-quality fashion while still ensuring they deliver an exceedingly comfortable product. Selfishly, I am so stoked to be working with a brand as cool as this one. I mean, let's be honest, I could use some new threads. Since I gotta film and stream all day, every day, it can be tough for me choosing what clothes to wear, since I need them to both look good and feel good. Having shirts like this one from Into the AM and the other 6 you already saw me donning in this video makes the choice easy. I really hope to keep working with them in the future, so if you like what you see, make sure to click the link in my description and the top pinned comment and get these deals and an extra 10% off on these premium made tees. It's an affiliate link too, and I'll get a commission on the sales. So this is a great way to level up your fashion game while directly supporting me. I really appreciate it, guys. A huge thank you to Into the AM. Let's get back to our video. She is just this is so broken good. A lot of people were saying, hey, if you're gonna nerf Boreas, like what about Hattsut? I mean, Hattsut is a staple of the game, and partially because she's so tremendously overpowered, and I'll say it, she's overtuned. I'm not calling for any kind of that thing they're doing to Boreas, not at all, but she's that freaking good. She's got so many supreme qualities. On top of the crazy burst, she's got invisibility, she's got defense reduction. This needs to bounce around a bit, but it's still just tremendous. A very nice double hitter on the basic. She's like a perfect hero. And she's super overtuned. She hits ridiculously hard. Her burst damage is outrageous. So a lot of us normals, or have summoned like a normal, like me, meaning we haven't got her yet, we can kind of start salivating at a chance to get her, and we're going to have a decent chance. But then those of you that do have her, and do maybe have a credit card to go ka-ching, cha-ching, if you get lucky, man, this A5 is just... A lot of people are going to come out of this banner when it does arrive with an A5 Hattsut, which is just nuts. So she's just so good. To talk very briefly about Artemis, I don't want to hop into the test server. We can pull that cool picture back up. Thanks again to Destined, him and his time travelers, for finding this picture to share with me. Both these heroes, I can tell you the rates now. It's approximately 18%, just like Silas and Virna. Why is that so crazy? Well, Artemis is going to be a rare bucket hero once he's introduced into the game, so that's going to give him that base rate of like 1.13% or something. So this isn't really a 10x on Artemis, just the way it's not a 10x on Silas and Virna. When you have two rare heroes, it's a lot more powerful than a 10x, right? A typical 10x is like you have a 2% chance to get a hero, like a common legendary, it's slightly over 2%. It can be even up to 3 on certain things, and then it goes up to like 20, right? But here what we're getting is it's down close to like 1%, and it's going all the way up to like 16+%. Here it's looking like both of them are going to come in at about 18%. So for Artemis, we're looking at about a 16-17x. For Hattsut, she is in what we call the Hattsut bucket. Boreas recently joined her. Will he remain there post-nerf if the nerf does happen and manifests in the way that we've heard about? Who knows? But currently, only her and Boreas are in that tier that is rarer than every normal legendary lord in the game except for Leia and Morgan. Hattsut, as it stands right now, on a normal banner, all else equal, is rarer than Twin Fiend, is rarer than Aracha, so on and so on. Rarer than every single normal, non-ancient exclusive hero in the game, except for Leia and Morgan. So what does her rate go up to? Well, about 18%. She's basically on like a 35x. So if you want Hattsut, this is the time. This is the time. This rate up is far beyond a 10x as it is coded. It is crazy. So if you want to get in on Hattsut and Artemis, who, let's just talk about what he does. I don't want to say too much. Go watch my Artemis guide. He blew me away, but he's a very strong healer, single target healer, a very strong, even though he's a healer with a gun, he's a very strong AoE magic DPS hero. He's ridiculous. And on top of that, one of the best anti-heal heroes in the game. The guy is nuts. These are two top quality heroes. I mean, Hattsut is decidedly S+, if not triple S, that rare distinction that I give. And Artemis, I think, to be seen if he's S or S+, but I think with the introduction of Gear Raid 4 and how that really is going to be the place for premium gear and the place for normals to have a chance to compete, since everyone, whether you're Ray from Dragon Slayers or a 100% free-to-play, as of now will only get 150 keys to enter every time it's open for just a week, it's going to be a great equalizer. So getting your hand on Artemis seems like it's going to be a requirement if you have an opportunity to do so. And Hattsut, if she's up for a banner, that's a requirement. So I can wrap it up here. We don't need to go on for too long. Let's throw that Hattsut cinematic up one more time, but I'm just going to say it. Actually, you know what I'll say? I was just on the phone with Pink Jesus, and he said, I was like, what do you think of this banner? He goes, it's two things. Save, save, save. Pray, pray, pray. There's not much more to it. You're still going to have to get lucky. You're looking at, if you get one legendary, basically like just over a 1 in 3 chance that it's one or the other. For each one, it's about a 17-18% chance. We'll have to see what those hard numbers come out as. But yeah, if you can get lucky and if you can save, if you're a content creator, you get some diamonds. If you're someone with a credit card, you go ka-ching. Or if you're someone that just wants to scrounge everything together, go through the campaign, those spectral rifts, and just save absolutely everything, I really, really suggest you do so. This is that kind of banner. This is that kind of banner. This might be the all-timer. Certainly it will be, so far, an all-timer. Well, the final thing I want to leave you with is, I cannot hard confirm a date, but I do have a good idea. Obviously, it's not coming this weekend. That's already been announced. We have the 2X, and then we have a very interesting one-day 10X, an exact rerun of the Constance Allura banner that we had back on Thanksgiving. I predict, honestly, gun to my head, it's going to be next weekend. Not this coming weekend, the weekend after. I don't think they want to give us too much time to save. Certainly, I can 100% confirm, based on everything I know from Destined and everything I know from me and Taryn, it will be in March. There's no question in my mind. It was introduced in the latest patch into the game file, so it's coming. I think it's coming in just over a week. I really do. I think it's going to come the second weekend in March. Worst case, I think it'll become 1 or 2 weekends after that. It's time to start saving. It's as simple as that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all pull a million Hattsut, or actually, I hope you all pull 6 at least, or whatever you need to get Array 5. Thank you so much. If you like my stuff, like it. Hit that notification bell. Go check out Destined. He's absolutely the homie. Don't be thrown off by the fact that he's only 12 years old. It happens to the best of us. Share it with your mother. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.